I can't wait until somebody tries to cheese me on the ladder after this hyperbolic time chamber stuff. It's gonna
Hopefully
be great.
you scout the cheese, you recognize the cheese, and then you easy the cheese.
Did you just say I easy the cheese?
Yeah, easy, free win.
I've never heard anybody use it as a verb before.
What? StarCraft players do it all the time.
Really? I've never heard it as a verb.
You play someone and they're like, "Oh, how'd it go?" And you're like, "Oh, I easied him."
Huh. I've never heard
Like
that.
that.
That's funny. Yeah. That's super funny. If I had heard that, I would have just thought that it meant that you said easy after you beat them.
No, it means they didn't even put up a fight.
That's really funny.
We don't have enough minerals.
Just want you guys to know how hard I work on the stream. Part of my build order just now was I made sure... Oh, what did we see? There was an overlord. Part of my build order just now was to check and make sure that the overlay was still right.
It was a battle cruiser on its way across the map.
Then I was like, wait, no, this is a PvZ. Okay. Circuit just asks you to conjugate the verb. I've been using easy wrong all my life, like Era.
Conjugate the verb in what tense?
Oh boy. So we saw Hjax pool, but as we saw in the last PvZ, that doesn't mean you're safe. Doesn't mean you're safe,
That'll
chat.
cost more minerals than we have. We don't have enough minerals.
Maybe just like me being younger than a lot of your viewers is showing.
Could be.
Using easy as a verb.
Need more minerals for that.
Oh, that's weird to think about, too.
Not enough Vespine.
Not that many.
We need more Vespine. Our probes
Okay,
are gonna
okay, we
require
see
more
4 lanes. That's still not a tell for anything. So we're not going to overreact. We're going to pretend we're still sending our adept out, even though I know that this is cheese practice stream.
Glory to the Daemon.
I don't know what variety of cheese.
Right.
Cheddar, provolone,
It's true. Man makes an excellent point.
Swiss.
We serve with. Where shall we march? Let none. Where shall we march?
Okay, that's slightly less saturation than I'm used to seeing, but it's not that much less.
We are of one
Okay, so what are
mind.
you thinking?
Still not thinking much about it. I need more information, is what I'm thinking.
Cool.
Yes, execute. Glorious combat.
Okay, there's layer. Ah, shoot. There's layer, there's speed.
Shall be
That's about all we know.
Spare none who oppose us. I have met the enemy.
Oh, and I've got probes
More
just hanging out.
pylons are
Awesome.
required.
Good stuff. Wow. Amazing build. Hey, Tiguan.
Let us begin.
I think we need more pylons.
Glory to the Daemon.
We need more Vespine.
Why am I so gas poor? Oh, because I never took gases? Okay. Right, that's an
Have you noticed anything missing?
third base.
Right. Something's coming.
Yeah.
Seems more pylons are required. We're done with the research.
That is...
Nidus.
Hey.
Okay. I don't think I have enough to hold.
Yes, executor.
Yeah, I
So
definitely.
you're-
I don't.
So your tells here was layer and no third.
Okay.
Could also be mutus, but we don't care if it's muted. We
Okay.
have a Stargate.
it could also be drops, right?
I mean, it could be, but that wouldn't be very good.
Drops is actually more common from my experience.
But you should have, at the fastest time a drop can come, you should have 4 Adepts in the Oracle at least.
4 Adepts in Oracle. Okay.
So like, what are 8-lings gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
If you executed your build correctly, you should just have the right tools.
Okay. But against this, what do?
You need to get as many units and batteries as you can. If you go Phoenix first, you can actually clear out the overlords around your base, which means I can't Nidus your main.
That makes sense.
Or you can build a Void Ray. Building a Void Ray is good. I would probably build a Void Ray and send it to kill overlords, and then I also have a Void Ray to defend the push.
Okay, so in the Phoenix version, I have to already be going Phoenix first because I wouldn't have scouted this on time, right?
But they're on 2 base with a layer, so...
But we didn't see the layer until the Adept came in the second time, at which point my Oracle was already making.
I might, like, when I see the layer, I might have just cancelled my Oracle and started a Void Ray.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Where do I put the batteries?
In your main, and like 1 or 2 in your natural. Because I'm not... Look at the worker count. I had 23 drones, I think.
24, yeah.
Sure. If you don't die, you win.
Yeah, okay.
So you make lots of stalkers, you wait till warp gate, you make more units, you get batteries, you make whatever fighting units you can get into your Stargate.
Okay.
So Void Rays are good. Oracles aren't bad, but Void Rays are better because they kill overlords.
So, can we just talk about Void Rays for a second?
Sure.
Okay. So, when I fight against Void Rays in PvP, I always lose to them. But I know that they're, like, not good. But then, like, right now you're telling me to make them... So, is it just that they're good defensively? Is that how Void Rays work?
No, so, when you're holding an all-in like this, you're going to be cutting your economy spending, right? You're going to stop probing, you're not going to be teching and stuff, right? Which means you're going to have more money than you otherwise would at this point in the game.
Okay.
But you're going to have the same production structures.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to afford to build off of all of your production structures, including your Stargate.
Okay.
What are you going to build off your Stargate? Well, Oracles are pretty good, but they run out of energy pretty quick. Phoenixes are bad unless you have a lot of them. So I guess we're building Void Rays. Because they fight, they don't run out of energy, and they spend our money. And that's what our goal is when we're trying to not die.
Okay. You said that in that sentence you hinted at that I was cutting worker production, which has never entered my mind before ever.
I had 20 drones or 24 drones. If you stop at 32 probes and never make a worker for the rest of the game, you're winning.
So that's full saturation on both.
Yeah, or like full saturation on your main with gases and half saturation on your natural.
Gases and half... So the gases are saturated and the minerals are not?
No. In your main, you'll have 16 probes and gases. And in your natural, you'll have 8 probes on minerals. Right. Half saturation at natural on minerals. Full saturation in main and 2 gases.
Okay. That makes sense. It was just because you said the 2 gases in the main at the end of the sentence, that was where I got mixed up. So that amount of workers then is 16 plus 6, which is 22.
I mean, it depends on their build when it's like when you want to cut, right? Versus a non-committal build, you don't want to cut at all. But like, if you see me on 2 base with no drones and a layer, right? You don't need a lot of workers.
Yeah.
You just need enough that you can make units and not die.
How do I not get tricked by somebody who makes me feel afraid and then drones a bunch?
Keep scouting. If you make an oracle or a void ray or something and nothing comes, send it across the map.
Okay.
If something comes later, recall it.
Okay.
So the answer is go look. When you scout, you should have a general idea of the time frame of the scary thing that could come, right? You get to the Terran's base and there's no racks. You go, scary thing is coming very soon.
Yeah.
You get to the Terran's base and there's a CC, but you're still like, okay, they could do something scary later, but not right now, right?
Right. Okay. Okay, I think I get it.
So if you scout a layer done, you go, something scary is probably coming soon. And then nothing comes soon, and you go, I wonder what he's up to. And you send a unit across the map and find out.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
Cool.